Hello boys and girls. Today we are going to do a perspective from like a worm or an ant or something that crawls on the ground looking up at snowmen. And especially this works very well, especially since we just had a snow day. So I thought it would be fun if we made some snowmen that were looking down at something that's maybe on the ground, or even if like you were lying down on the ground and making a snow angel, then you would be looking up at these snowmen. So first things first is I'm going to make sure I have a pencil ready. I want my paper to be landscape. That means it's side to side, not up and down. So I want my paper to be landscape. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw like a rainbow line in each corner, not too big, and I'm going to make sure that I draw them a little lightly at first. So if you don't see it right away, don't worry, Miss Sika will go over them. But I want to draw these sort of rainbowy lines in the corners. And I want to make sure there's enough room so I can do the heads later. So it's okay if these are all different sizes, because I still need to make sure that I have enough room to do the head and then any details. So right now I'm just doing everything in pencil, and then a little later I'm going to go over everything and color it. So this is my starting point. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do almost a full circle. They're going to get cut off towards the bottom. And again, these all don't have to be the same size, because I want to make sure I have enough room to do details with. So this is just the shape of all of them. Now, this time, right now, what I could do is, these actually seem like a pretty good shape, so I'm going to go over them with my black colored pencil very gently, because I don't want it to be too black, but I want to be able to see my lines. And if you don't have colored pencil, crayon works as well, even marker for this, that'll work. I want to make sure that I get rid of any extra regular pencil lines. So not my black pencil lines, but my regular pencil lines. Now I want to start adding some details onto my snowmen. So usually snowmen, they have like a scarf, so maybe I put like a scarf right here with a little knot at the bottom or to the side. Maybe this one has the scarf hanging over the shoulders. So as you can see, I did like a little curve up there because it's not all the way just like that. It's not going around his neck, it's going around his shoulders. Maybe I want to do another one with the scarf going around the neck. maybe one more with it going around the shoulder. So they're kind of like across from each other. Now's when I can do different hats. So maybe I have one hat that is just like a regular, you know, like the kind of hat we see every day. Maybe this guy just has a little beanie. A little beanie hat. I have a bunch of those. Maybe I give this guy a top hat. And with the top hat, I'm kind of curving the lines a bit because it's going to go around him. And I think I'll give this guy a beanie as well. So now's the time that I kind of want to start coloring in some of these little details. So I really want to make sure I know where my lines are, and this is when I'm going to start coloring. So. So now I've actually colored in all the accessories for my snowman, and if you noticed, I did complementary colors for 1, 2, 3, and then this last one I did warm colors. The red, orange, and yellow. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start looking at how to do the details. So I'm going to take my black, and if we think a little bit, snowmen usually have, you know, black little dots for the eyes and the mouth, as well as like the buttons. So I'm going to do some little dots, and then I'm going to do them all the way around for each one. And they can be different, they can be the same. Now with the buttons down here, we're going to want to make sure that we start out small and get just a little bit bigger. Just like that. Now I'm going to do this for all of them. Now the next part is I want to add the carrot nose. So to try and make it look like it's kind of looking down at you, you kind of have to almost do it at a bit of an angle. And I'm going to want to turn my paper so that way I can get the other two. Now the angle can go up or down, but you want to make sure that they're not like straight up. So this kind of gives the illusion that they're looking down at you. Now the last part, we're going to need brown so we can do the arms. And last but not least, boys and girls, I'm going to take either regular blue or I have a light blue here. And I'm going to gently give just a little light blue up top at the circles or on the side. So for these bigger ones, I'm kind of going around this edge right here. And for the faces, I'm going around on the sides. If I wanted to, I could add a little bit of the dark blue just at the very top, just at the very edge. Even on the edge of the face. And actually, I kind of like that because it goes over the pencil lines very nicely. And there we have our snowmen that are kind of looking down at you as you probably have fun on a very snowy day. Hope you had fun, boys and girls.